Recently, a tragic misdiagnosis incident occurred in the UK. A high-profile heiress of a Greek shipping company visited an emergency room in London after being bitten by an unknown insect, but was misdiagnosed twice. Ultimately, the 28-year-old heiress went into septic shock and missed the critical window for treatment, passing away in her own apartment bed. The person involved, Marissa Laimou, was born into the prominent Greek shipping dynasty, the Lemos family. Since the early 20th century, the Lemos family has focused on building a global shipping empire, owning multiple ultra-large cargo vessels and operating worldwide. Over more than a century, the family has amassed enormous wealth. As the family grew, its leaders divided investments into several key sectors. Besides their most influential and skilled domain, international shipping, they also ventured into commercial real estate, private equity, and other industries. To prevent future generations from jeopardizing the family's legacy and wealth through poor investments or reckless indulgence, the family hires professional managers and trust companies to oversee affairs. Today, while some Lemos family members still reside in Greece, others live in luxurious homes in cities like London. The heirs of this shipping empire are not required to participate in the family business or worry about choosing a university for career prospects. They simply receive a monthly allowance from the family trust and pursue whatever interests they like. When the time comes, they inherit their share of the family's assets and wealth, then live the rest of their lives in comfort. Marissa Laimou, born with a proverbial silver spoon, had enjoyed a smooth and privileged early life, with happiness that spoke for itself. What was completely unexpected, however, was that a minor insect bite recently cut her young life tragically short. Marissa Laimou's father, Diamantis, is a member of the Lemos family and conducts most of his business in the UK, rarely returning to Greece. Her mother, Bessie, enjoys traveling the world with Marissa's twin younger brothers, attending gatherings with friends and relatives. Born in Greece but raised in London, Marissa attended high school in New York. After graduation, she pursued her passion for theatre and film, interning at a renowned New York theatre and studying for a year at the New York Film Academy. In 2018, she returned to London to continue her studies in drama. During her studies, Marissa developed an interest in design and invested heavily to establish her own design company, hiring 2 designers from Paris to lead the team. Unfortunately, in 2023, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Thankfully, after 6 months of treatment, her condition was largely under control. However, following a surgery, she developed a rare blood disorder and had to spend a month in intensive care. After her discharge, to express gratitude for the support she received, Marissa made donations this June, around her birthday, to the hospital and a children's charity foundation. After bringing her cancer under control, Marissa Laimou participated in the production of the major London theatre play Romeo and Juliet in February this year. Serving as both director and playwright for the project, she was deeply involved in the daily backstage work and maintained excellent relationships with the main cast and crew. After the show concluded, she immediately dedicated herself to preparing another stage production. Everything seemed to be moving in a positive direction, but no one could have anticipated that misfortune would strike again. On September 9th, while her parents and brothers were away from the UK, Marissa Laimou was alone at her London home when she was bitten by an insect. Soon after, she developed symptoms of infection such as itching, dizziness, and nausea. The housekeeper called an ambulance, and a doctor came to the house, prescribing her painkillers and antibiotics. However, the medication had little effect. The next morning, as her condition worsened, Marissa went to the hospital where she had previously undergone chemotherapy. The doctors there felt her case was too severe and urgently transferred her to University College Hospital in London. At UCLH, however, no doctor examined her. Instead, nurses only performed blood tests and concluded that an 4 drip would suffice, determining that she did not need to be admitted. During this time, Marissa complained to her friends that she was left waiting around at the hospital all afternoon with dizziness and nausea, without anyone checking on her. That evening, after being given antibiotics and an 4 drip, the nurses advised her to return home. By then, however, She was already in severe discomfort and unable to eat anything. On the morning of September 11th, Marissa was found dead in her bed at home by the housekeeper. After the devastating news of their daughter's death, Marissa Laimou's parents and family rushed back to the UK. They decided to go public with the details of the fatal misdiagnoses at the two hospitals and demanded that the police step in. At present, the autopsy report is expected to take another week to be released. What is already clear, however, is that both hospitals misdiagnosed her condition, something their administrators have admitted to the police. A simple insect bite led to 2 consecutive misdiagnoses and ultimately cost a young life. As Marissa's mother said in her heartbreaking statement, she defeated cancer, but she could not survive a single insect bite. The tragedy is truly sobering.